I don't know what that played. What it do, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Live on Sunday, man. Uh, Thank you for allowing us to be here with you to bring in your Sunday night, first day of the week, man. I hope your last 7 days has been amazing. I hope you've got to enjoy yourself prior to our weird week check in where I try to push through it, man. Wasn't feeling the best, but I tried to make sure it happened because I definitely believe the conversations and the discussion points are warranted. Hopefully, you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Good to see y'all, man. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it in, man. This weekend's been crazy, man, for me, man. Had wifey's Power Time graduation photos, man. Had to bounce back. Went to my first speaking one where they had a workshop, man. It was incredible to learn it and be around different people. It was also good, man, just to try to relax, man. And when you're going through your week, man, it's good just to stay in that vibe in that zone where you actually just grounded, man. Because as you go through this thing in life, man, the hardest thing to get is some assimilation of normalcy. As you chasing everything, as you chasing your goals, your dreams, your desire, remember, what you do in the dark will come to the light. That's the topic of today. What happens in the dark always comes to the light. There's many ways we'll go with that question, but I want to dive in by first telling you, man, enjoy your week, enjoy your stuff going on. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Let's chop it up, man. When we talk about what's done in the dark, what you do when nobody's looking will ultimately be shown to you later down the road. I'm gonna give you a great example, man. How I grew up, right? My family came from mega means, small town, country kid. I had no really guide on which way I wanted my life to go or how I wanted to pursue it. I had to actively believe in books, dreams, vision, things I heard. But as I've learned down the line is that when you really going after something, when you really got your head down and you're working, when you're really transparent and you're honest about what you're doing, the fruits of your labor will show. What do I mean by that, right? So if you're putting in hard work, if you're being a conscious person, if you're being respectful, if you're trying, you will see a little effort and a semblance grow from it. If you're just talking, you're online, you say you deserve this or you want that, nothing's going to come from it. We have to understand everything you do in life, man, has a result from it, good or bad. I've seen some of my homeboys take the street route. You know that route, y'all. We all here promoting and saying, but we know what come with that. And we have others, such as myself, that took this route. We have others that take multiple routes in life that you choose to take. No matter what route you take in life, y'all, it is a result that's going to come from that. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not saying all the time that what happened in one person's life should be glamorized, but what I like to do is keep it 1,000 with you. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You choose the streets have consequences. If you choose the college route, the college routes have consequences. Ultimately, you got to keep grinding. You want the love, the admiration, the respect, the whatever you were seeking. It all starts with you internally working while nobody's looking. Or are you up working out? Are you up reading? Are you working on your social skills? Are you working on your relationships? Everything that you are putting in effort with, y'all, that you say you truly will want, if you truly want and you go after them, people gonna notice it. I get asked all the time, King Crowder, how you get the love and admiration and respect I get? Because I put in the work when nobody's watching me. As you may see me on results of me talking about what I'm reading, what I'm doing, I do that to show you that it is a daily process. And I enjoy that process now. At first, it was work to me. But once you start getting into it, when you do it consistently, y'all, and you waking up and you by yourself, it don't feel like work. You work on first thing in the morning, ain't nobody up but you, God, and the books, and just you and your thoughts. It ain't gonna feel like work. You're gonna start to feel yourself moving. It's almost like euphoria, y'all. Like when I went to that slave plantation in Louisiana, it was euphoria. People say, man, how do you feel euphoria going to a PlayStation where so many hurtful crimes came from? It was euphoria because I understood. People got through that. And as you get through those troubling problems in your life, that's when that spirit of, man, I'm actually doing something will come about. And it's going to be small. But what I'm chasing, me, and I want you to get to is to chase the small daily things. And sometimes it may feel like you're churning your wheels. Sometimes it may feel like you're not getting anywhere. But I promise you, you are moving so far ahead. And when you start to move really far ahead, y'all, you can notice the cap with other people. You can notice they lying. You can notice when somebody says something outlandish and it really don't make sense. You notice when you hear somebody make a comment or a statement and they say, I'm making this amount of money doing this. What? Hey, I got this by doing this. What? I did this and I flipped it, turned it into a half and did this. Bro, that can't happen. As much as we look for that get rich quick dreams, it's always illegal. It's always scammy. It's always short term. So when you're really in that process and you're really trying to go after it, you see that. You have that ability to watch and be like, this cat right here, something ain't right. Your spirit of discernment will really hit you. And you will begin to see the fruits of your labor and your effort displayed to you. Why am I bringing all this up, King Carter? Man, what you talking about? You going into all this mystical stuff. You going into work and talking about this on my Sunday. Just tell me about the topic. I say that because our first topic, we got to talk about it. If you have not known, man, you know I love to talk about current events and social things going on right now. Joe Budden podcast. I actually like Joe. I like Joe Budden because he's insightful. He's very intuitive with his thoughts. I like anybody that's different. Different doesn't mean bad. Different means you operate, you approach, and you move in a like-minded manner. Joe Biden had a young lady on. She's not a young lady, her mother's age. Name is Bernice Borrego. And what she said was 1,000 words. So instead of me saying it, giving you the second-hand words of affirmation, let me let you hear it from the horse's mouth. Fair use, you two.
Slow night.
I don't
On a slow night.
What was a good night?
Ooh.
What was your best night?
Yeah, Bernice,
My
get the fuck off.
best night, my best night was my birthday. Every year, I only bartend for 3 years. I only said 3 years. I was gonna be in here, start my clothing line, and I was out, buy my house, and do what I gotta do. You know, and that's what I did. And I make sure I give you the bottles for $250. The bottles cost $350.
Okay.
So, what you gonna? So I'm gonna hustle.
Right.
You don't gotta tip me. You don't gotta give me the tip right there. You tip me later down the line, like throwing money. So I was smart, you know, and I just build a relationship with the people in there.
So on your birthdays, you made a little bit more than 30.
On my birthdays,
Yeah, I
made like 60, 65, 70. Birthdays is, and I don't do too much. I used to be covered with a whole bodysuit on.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
What?
She's fucking.
What?
Respectfully. Like Bernice made the worst drinks.
Yeah.
That shit was trash, right?
Bernice, yeah, niggas was just at that bar. Look at Bernice.
The finer the bartender, the worse the drinks are.
Yo, niggas didn't care about that pineapple juice, girl.
Good story, right? You want to have your guests and people talk. You want to let people talk. But why is this this clip so controversial? If you have not been in the news wave, man. Allegedly, this young lady said she worked as a bartender in New York. In New York, y'all need to stop capping so much. New Yorkers make people hard to listen to y'all because y'all be lying for no reason. New Yorkers, she said that she made $30,000 a night working a bartender. And on her birthdays, she made $70,000 in one night. We're talking about New York City. We're not talking about the BMF ever in Atlanta. We're talking about New York City. I responded as much as I like to do, y'all. If you don't follow me on TikTok, follow your boy, because you know I respond to all the current news when it happens. But I'm going to give you my version before I give you my live YouTube version. Here you go, baby. It's me.
Chance to watch the Joe Budden interview to hear what this hip hop hooray was so much about. The number one thing that caught me off guard is that people don't realize how much money they talk about like it's nothing. To say that you made $30,000 in one day and $70,000 in one day bartending is insane. I don't care how much the guy likes you. Nobody's going to give you that amount of money unless you're giving and doing something extra. I get it. She's attractive. I do. But I also got to say something else. This lady has a daughter that's 28, 29 years old. That means she's at least 40, late 40s, early 50s. And she's a grandmother. No disrespect to her, but I don't think it's cool to be promoting that type of behavior. Because to say that some other people can make $30,000 bartender is unrealistic. And let's all New Yorkers, y'all.
I had to pause it right there. I want you to think about this for a second. To make $30,000 bartender, let's do the math. Let's go and get our calculators out, right? People call me crazy. $30,000. Let's do that times 30. 30K times 30. That's $900,000 a month. Let's times that by 12. Let's do it again. $900,000 a month, right? Let's times that times 12. You mean to tell me she was making $10 million a year? You mean to tell me a bartender was making the same amount of money as Tyson Chandler, a forward for the Knicks? You mean to tell me a bartender anywhere in the United States is making $2-something million a year? It's going to the low end. $2-something million a year? It was crazy, y'all. New Yorkers put themselves in the hot bind. Because when y'all say things to people, y'all don't think people got to bring the thing for themselves. We know New York is an expensive city. We know New York makes a lot of money. We know New York is its own bubble, just like Los Angeles. But New Yorkers, just like you know Los Angeles and regular people, y'all got the same regular problems we got. Y'all got the same issues that we deal with. Why do y'all act like y'all absolved from something? It makes y'all unrelatable. And the reason why I got to emphasize that point so much is that when you talk to a New Yorker about something like this, they're acting like, yeah, $30,000 is normal, even in New York City. No, it's not. There are some people in New York that make less than a livable wage up there. Everybody up there ain't got no beans. There's a lot of billionaires there that come in and stay and leave out, but that is not the normal for the average citizen. Yes, there are 11 million people there, but let's stop acting like it's normal for people to see that much money. Oh, she is her. She's a bottle girl at that time and era. And there's no disrespect to that person. But we got to stop acting like, oh, man, this is normal behavior down here. You could be at a bartender and see $30,000 on a Tuesday. Yeah, this is normal things that you're going to see all the time. And when you see that amount of money, you just got to know it's true. Bruh, nobody believes y'all. You realize when you make outlandish statements like that, nobody's going to listen to you. Everybody going to think you full of crap, you lying, and you making up stuff. So when you have people defending this behavior, you got to understand it makes your credibility go on the line. And as your credibility goes on the line, y'all, it makes you less believable. So this story is so meaningful because number one, it's all cap. Keep it real. You lying. They know you lying. Ain't nobody want to check you for lying. Everybody just looking around and hearing you lie. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. That's the one thing the coastal cities have the biggest problem with, y'all. That the Southern and the rest of America has a problem with. When you openly lie, they will be quiet just to save face and to show love and be admiration to people. People in the South and different cities don't do that. The rest of America has a problem with you trying to be politically correct. The rest of America has a strong problem with identity politics. People think that when we speak about these things, it's a black or white issue. No, it's an American issue. When people are being lied to, it bothers them. It bothers them. When you lie openly to American citizens, when you blatantly say things that they don't want to agree with, don't want to go with, and don't support, nobody's going for the support blindly anymore. They're not. It's almost offensive to them. So when you play in their face, saying something that they know that's not true, you get treated like the media that they have no credibility about. Why is it such a big deal? It's such a big deal, man, because authenticity now is the new currency. Say what you want to say about President Trump. He is authentic to his people. Good, bad, or indifferent. He comes off as authentic. The cookie cutter political response culture is dead. It's dead. You have to switch it up. You have to remove it. You have to be able to talk directly now. Nobody wants to hear double speak. Nobody wants to hear ego boost. Nobody wants to hear, hey, we tried. No, they want to see results. And now that we're in a results-based business, we must understand this is going to every single phase and point in life. Let's go to my next topic. Final point on the saying. Big cat, Bernice. You weren't making that much money. You lying. I know you lying. You know you lying. Nothing more need to be said about it. Have a love life. Hopefully you grow able to get with somebody respectfully, because the journey you're going on is going to be crazy. Topic number 2, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. What'd you think of it, y'all? Me personally, Tyson did what he had to do for the money, and Jake Paul is leaning more into that Floyd Mayweather style of going at things. He's cool with being hated. He's cool with being disliked. He's cool with saying, I'm going to get my money by any means necessary. Y'all going to buy because y'all don't want to see me or see it happen. So the only thing you got to learn from it right now is that the way that things is going about in this country, that's the new normal. Oh, shout out to my dog. What my call at? Ooh, chop in, baby. What's going on with you, Mike?
What's going on, man? Hey, I thought you be starting too early, man.
You good, man. I got in, got the monologue in, and introduced the topics. You good, baby. Go on, check in. What's going on? What you know what to do? Get an intro. What's going on for the week? Talk to me.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a blessed and productive week. It's your boy, Mike McCall. Where McCall at on Instagram and Mikey McCall on Facebook. Auditory engineer, media specialist, and I'm just that guy. So how you doing this week?
Man, I've been good, fam. Been a busy week myself, man. What about you? How's everything been up in the 2 up to now?
Man, everything in the 2 up to now is getting a little cold out here, man. You guys start getting the North Face ready. It's gonna be a cold winter.
Mike said if it ain't snowing, he ain't going. Is that what y'all heard, fellas?
Oh man, if it's snowing, I'm going.
Mike said, why you know what that means, Mike? If it ain't snowing, I ain't going. I want white women there. That's what Mike just said. Y'all heard him say that, right? Mike just said it. He said, what a white woman at? That's what Mike just said.
I can't do that. I love my queens and my sisters, brother. Dr. Umar would not be upset with me.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I respect that, man. I respect it. Now, this had
respectfully, I love all races, but it's something about a black queen that does it for me.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Look, I'm always tell the brothers the same thing. Love who love you, my boy. I'm always going to tell you that. I don't want you to have nobody. Make sure that you are number one in their life.
Yeah.
Gotta be number one. If she ain't number one, if you ain't number one to her, get you a new one. Get you a new one. But I was chopping it up, Mike. I just finished it up, man. I'll let you go before we move on to the next topic, man. The Bernice Borrego's topic, man. You seen it, brother?
Yeah, man. Hey, but roll that beautiful bean footage for everybody that ain't seen it, dog.
What you think of it, G? 30,000 a night. Is it possible, or is she big cap, Mike?
Nah, I say 2 things. Yes, it just being in the industry, knowing those type of people. Shout out to the bar Starlets. I know a couple of the ladies from Starlets in New York. It is possible, especially on the night scene. Now, I ain't saying for everybody, not for everybody is possible. However,
Mike, 30K a night.
I don't know about 30K a night, but I have seen, bro, in New York at the Starlets bar, chicks getting cashed out on 5, 10, 20 bands, bro. So I will say, from what I seen with my personal view, with my personal eye, like I said, shout out to the guys at Starlets and the ladies at Starlets and your star tenders. I have frequent there quite often, and I have seen the money getting distributed recklessly in these establishments.
I understand, Mike, but she said 30 bands a night, 70 bands on the birthday. So, Mike, you know your boy got his calculator. 30 bands a night, 4 nights a week. You mean to tell me, Mike, she's making $9.3 million as a bartender? Is that what you telling me, Mike?
I think that's a little excessive.
Mike, that's all I need to hear, Mike. So she paid $9.3 million.
$9.3 million is super cap. Because if you're making 9.3 million, you could stand alone and not need a famous boyfriend for anything.
Mike, if you making 9.3 million, for perspective, you was making as much as a small forward for New York Knicks. Is that what you telling me that you was doing by working at a nightclub? That's what I'm saying, Mike.
I need to see the efforts. I need to see you would be more than arm candy to me.
Mike,
you would be a mogul.
Mike, you was selling that cat. Let's go on, keep it real, Mike. You don't want to keep it in the bricks. You was selling it and slanging it. You keep it 75. You know I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Ain't no way you making 30 bands and ain't doing nothing strange for a little piece of change. That's all it is, Mike. And I ain't judging you. Do what you do. But let's not say you was doing that and it was acting like it was normal and it wasn't no strings attached. That's all I was saying, Mike. That's all I did so far, Mike. Besides that, I was about to dive in, Mike. Did you see the Tyson versus Paul fight?
First of all, bro, shout out to the undercard fights. The undercard fights was where it's at. And the Puerto Rican young lady, she got robbed, bro. She got robbed.
Yeah,
I will say this. There's no way you can break a record of that many punches landed. It's no way that you could have more punches landed, more percentages, and everything on your scorecard be more, but your score be less. That is not humanly possible. She got headbutted, a point was deducted, and her eye was split to hell. All I'm saying is from the fight that I saw, Miss Amanda won the fight. The Puerto Rican lady won the fight, and the white lady lost the fight. I don't know how.
Big facts, Mike. I was gonna say something. You know, I always like to give context and stuff.
So, what did you guys think about that fight?
Man, Godfrey.
What did you think? I don't even think it was a fight. It was an exhibition. It was an exhibition.
Oh, bro, I got plenty to say about the Tyson portion.
What a brilliant business move. That was
Correct.
just brilliant. That was a brilliant money grab. I don't give a fuck what anybody said. The fact that he came out in that car with his brother, just real douchebaggy. He knows how to fucking promote. That's social media. He's a social media promotion genius, plain and simple. He's literally bringing WWE to boxing. That's how I feel. He really is. I'm not saying he's not a true boxer, but I'd like him to really box some real motherfuckers now that he's done this whole Tyson thing. He should start boxing real motherfuckers. And I think Gervonta Davis is like, the Tank's like, yo, I'll take you on, man. I'll beat the brakes off your ass. That's what he said. It. Jake Paul said, is there a height requirement here?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
And he said he'll take it on. Maybe this is Jake's move to fight real boxers. He's doing this to piss people off. And they're like, how can you disrespect our fucking heroes, man? I'll take you on. Who knows? But one thing I do know, all I saw was the business fucking, the model. What a fucking brilliant promotion to fill that Dallas stadium, 72,000 plus. Are you fucking kidding me? Jerry Jones is like, well, hell, goddamn, oh shit. Well, I want to appreciate you, Netflix. Woo! That shit was brilliant. Had everybody out there. Charlize Theron, Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, all the stars were out. It was brilliant. Everybody was watching all around the world. We were all watching Mike Tyson because we wanted to see the spark. We said, maybe Tyson will come out. Maybe Tyson will come with that ferocity. It was little sparks here and there, but he's 58. I didn't even trip on that shit. This shit was scripted as fuck. If you think this shit was a real fight, you got to be the biggest jackass. Come on. You have got to be the biggest.
Mike, talk your
right.
shit.
Check this out. First of all, I want to say, as a Dallas fan that you are, how does it feel to know that Jake Paul won in the stadium before that?
Man, Jake Paul is entering the Floyd Mayweather realm.
But he sucks.
I agree.
Hey, I'm gonna give it to you.
I hate you factor.
Yes, I'm gonna give it to you straight though.
Go ahead.
First of all, Godfrey was right. It was a money grab. Straight up. You can tell if you see the tenacity that Tyson had in training, you will already know that the contract already was like, nigga, you would not get this money if you knock me out. You would not get this money if you do this. You would not get this money if you do that. You would not get this money if the fight don't go 8 rounds. You could see him about to throw the punch that will fuck life up for Jake Paul, and he was biting the glove. People keep trying to understand what the biting of the glove was. The biting of the glove is a control mechanism so Tyson won't whoop his ass. You could see him about to throw a punch, and he he'll pull that motherfucker back because he like, nah, I gotta get this money in. So it was a money grab, bro, and I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. One thing for sure, two things for certain. If you saw any video of Tyson before the fight practicing and training, he looked like Iron Mike from the 80s. Point blank, period. So you mean to tell me all month, for the last 7 to 8 months, he looking like Iron Mike. And for one night, 16 minutes, he looking like old ass Uncle Tyson, you need to sit your ass down. Nah, what I think it is the contract was so serious and the contract was so detrimental. First of all, it's $20 million. Mike Tyson needed that $20 million. We know he in the past has spent his money in crazy ways. This gonna put you back on top. This gonna secure longevity wealth for your family. This was a money grab and a business decision. I don't think any way possible that Mike Tyson was feeble, old, and tired at all. At all. Now I will say it was amazing publicity for Jake Paul because you beat one of the youngest heavyweight champions. You beat. But I will say this. He has not fought anybody recordable. He fought Anderson Silva. He fought the MMA guys. And the contract was still the same. You mean to tell me none of these motherfuckers gonna knock this motherfucker the fuck out? That paperwork is on their ass, bro. We need somebody that don't give a fuck about the paperwork, that don't give a fuck about the money and getting lost. But the money be so great, you just gotta follow suit. You gotta fall in line. So you mean to tell me Anderson Silva ain't knock your ass out, bro? You talking about motherfuckers that knock niggas out for a living. And I really can't give you no 100% credit because like everybody said, you're not fighting nobody active, bro. You ain't fighting nobody in their prime. You ain't fighting nobody that's active in the room right now. You fight Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva old. You fighting the dude that the other MMA dude, he old. You fighting Woodley. The boxer is older. He has had his run. You not fighting nobody 27 years old ready to whoop ass like you are. And you really not really boxing for real. Now, I will say I applaud Jake Paul on his training and how far he has came from when he was just bullshitting and knocking Nate Robinson out. I will say he has took it serious. He's training a little bit better, and he is putting the time, effort, and into it. But come on, man. Let's see you fight Barrios. Let's see you fight one of them niggas from the undercard. They're gonna knock your ass out, bro.
No pushback for me. No pushback for me. No push. I think the one biggest thing we saw from this, y'all, is money rules everything.
Everything. And like I said, bro, the contract, you could see Tyson about the old Tyson came out when he ducked that shit and he was about to punch, but he didn't punch. Why didn't he punch? Because that money is on the line, boy. When that contract hit and there's certain rules, my thing is this. They changed the size of the gloves. They changed it. Heavyweight boxing is 10 ounces. They changed it to 14 ounces. So what that means, a lot of people say, oh, the gloves are heavier. The punches are going to come harder. No, the punches are going to come slower, and the punches are going to be softer with the heavier glove. Statistically speaking, physically speaking. So if he was to get hit with a Tyson punch, it would not be a Tyson's punch because it's 14 ounces.
So Mike was calling for the fix was in already. Mike already said he was chef.
Man, the fix was in when they set the shit up, bro. Right?
Woo!
The fix was already in. The fix was because I say this and like Godfrey said, bro. What type of clout you really get for fighting a damn near 60-year-old nigga who last year had health issues? Like if we want to go that route, right?
This summer, not last year, Mike.
Yeah, the summer, 7 months ago, right?
Yeah.
If we want to go that route, you fought a 58-year-old man that is not in his prime as he used to be. The man got knee brace on in the boxing ring, legs look weak, all type of shit. But I can't even go that route. I gotta go the money route because Tyson was looking so great in training, bro, all the way up to the fight. And you mean to tell me one night he just all fucked up? Nah. That nigga would have knocked his ass out. That nigga would have got $0.00. And we know Tyson then fucked his money off.
Yeah.
Big time.
No, you're right. You're right, G. I think Jake Paul is an evil genius, like you said. I do believe he is going to Floyd Mayweather route, man. He's leaning into people hating on him. Floyd was the ultimate villain. Either you
But
get
Floyd
paid,
can box, bro.
Floyd can, but I'm saying the villain role, man, he's doing that. I want y'all to hate me. 50 Cent was like, hey, remember? I want y'all to hate me. I'm gonna beef with everybody.
I'm a troll.
I'm
the
a
ultimate
troll.
He the
I'm
ultimate
gonna
troll.
do that. Jake is leaning into that with boxing, which is smart. The thing is, you got to keep winning.
But you gotta fight somebody worth fighting too, bro. Like Tyson is a big name. It's gonna bring the money. Fight one of these niggas that went to the Mexican League first. I bet you get your ass knocked out, nigga.
Well, I don't think he wants. I don't think he wants to fight nobody. That's the point, man. He wants to hand pick his fights. Long as he keeps winning, the money will keep flowing. Because somebody gonna say, why he won't lose yet? People are going to get the agitation, but man, they buying.
Bro,
to sell out Jerry Jones, like you said, 70,000, Mike.
Bro, you sold out the Cowboys Stadium. That's history. That's history in itself. Promotion deals.
Hey, we ain't talking about we ain't talking about Vegas. We ain't talking about New York. You sold out Dallas, Texas.
Dallas
Football
Cowboys
Stadium.
First of all, the seats by the ring were $2 million. We gotta talk about that.
You ain't lying.
You paying $2 million, and I read like what it came with. First of all, if I'm paying $2 million, that shit gotta come with some top, nigga.
Who said it didn't come with it?
It might have.
You know what I'm saying?
All the snacks you can eat, and you right there at the front, and the TV screens, bro. I'm gonna need a little more for $2 million. I'm gonna need
the flex, man. What's $2 million to them guys, Mike? It's a flex.
Ain't nothing. It ain't nothing, but I'm gonna need a little more than some
tax write-off. Like, I remember that. It's a flex. One thing I learned, Mike, I'm gonna tell you how I learned life is all a game, Mike. Once I learned that the people, and this is might be my second time going to Vegas. My first time going to Vegas, Mike, we spending our hard-earned money. I'm seeing the boys with the suit-ons in the sections, right? The second time I went, I'm about to get a section. A brother put me on game, said, why are you using your money to get in the section?
Use the
I
promoter
said, what
money.
do you mean? Huh?
You got to talk to the promoters that's standing outside trying to get you in the club.
But Mike, these dudes are using corporate cards.
Yeah.
It's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Mike, me and you using our money. They using their company cards, writing it off as an entertainment expense. So think about this, Mike. They're flexing with not even their money.
Correct.
We out here trying to act like we on their level. When in actuality, we on the same level. They just using their business-related expense. That's what I knew, Mike. Oh, it's all a game. You flew out here in first class. When you got a business, Mike, they prefer you flying first class. That's how you get tax write-off.
Correct. And
I ain't know all that, Mike.
The flight might have even been free depending on how many travel points you got.
Mike, it was just like when I heard that, my mind went here. So I'm really trying to compete with guys that has a career, probably on daddy's payroll, has a company card. They're using a company card. It's free. They're writing all this off, and I'm trying to use my money to get inside where they are.
And you going broke trying to get into the set.
Mike, I learned right then and there, oh, it's a game.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know the rules to the game.
Think about it, though. You know the rule, perception beats reality. Nigga, they might not even be that rich.
Mike,
but perception beats reality every time.
Mike, what entry-level position, no matter what company, you ain't making bread like that?
No.
Once they told me, yes, an entry-level position, I just had the travel card. So, that's y'all perks. Y'all get travel, which is dope at that age, Mike. What, 18, 25? Mike, remember that. At that age, that's living life. But in actuality, we trying to talk like y'all doing so well, but it's a game. But once I learned that, Mike, my mind went to everything is a game. This in Vegas, Mike. How come most people don't know that, though? They going to Vegas, Mike, really buying sections, and his cat's out here just using the car, swiping it, and they going about their business. So once your mind start to go there, it's going back to the Jake Paul thing. Some guys are doing it knowing how to get a trigger point.
Correct.
Jake Paul's getting a trigger, man. Like you said, he ain't no real boxer for real.
Not at all.
But he know how to get a reaction. He linked to the white boy. He's fighting mostly black athletes. I don't know if you that, right? He's leaning into it.
Hey, you saw what happened when he fought a real boxer, Tyson Fury, whooped that nigga ass, bro.
Hey, you see he ran away from that quick, didn't he?
Yep.
So you're starting to see, he's playing a game. But he kind of smart. Be the douchey white guy. Talk your crap. Say you the best of all time. Pay the fighters that have respect. Beat them. Pay them good.
Right.
If I'm Mike, what, $30 million?
20 mil.
20? It's a nice
And
check.
that's not including probably like endorsements, commercials.
Come
That's
on
not including
now.
that. That's just upfront money.
Man. And that's check is clear.
And Jake Paul made $40 million.
Is it not worth it when you say it?
And you got to think about it too. This was the biggest fight that was non-pay-per-view, free for everybody to watch.
Good point too, Mike.
The biggest fight since Mayweather and whoever, right? Non-pay-per-view, live stream, free for everybody to view. You haven't seen that before.
No. You are right, Mike. The promoters hate him, I tell you that. The boxing promoters should be scared of Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Because he's going to make them go bankrupt. I didn't know that. I didn't even think about that non-pay-per-view point, Mike. When you think about all the big fights that use a pay-per-view, so you have a great point.
Pay-per-view, you got to pay to play. This was on Netflix. Bro, matter of fact, I don't know if you caught it or not when you was watching the fight. Did you see that the Super Bowl is not on CBS this year? It is on Netflix, bro.
Crazy.
I would say this, Netflix, you gotta do better. If you already projected to know that millions and millions upon millions upon millions and millions of people are gonna view your shit. Now I will say every time it paused, the shit came back up quick, but y'all gotta get a little faster than that. Y'all gotta get a little faster than that. My shit, when I'm watching my shit, I don't want my shit to have no flaws at all. So you better get your IT man up on it because the Super Bowl is huge.
It is.
So you better get your tech geeks or whoever you got to get up on it. But this was the first time, you know what I'm saying? So of course there's gonna be some glitches, but it made it almost unenjoyable to watch.
That's true. You spitting, Mike. You definitely are spitting, Mike. You definitely are spitting. Closing thoughts, Mike. When you think about how everything is gonna go, what do you see the future of boxing being?
Trash.
Man,
if we continue to, because it's gonna be harder for Gervonta Davis to even compete in a room like that. Think about it, money wise. Gervonta making money, but that nigga ain't getting no 40 million off of net. That's just for them to fight. We don't know how much Netflix paid either one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it would be harder for real athletes to compete. It's giving the phony athlete with money the ability to do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
I do, Mike. Oh man, Mike, in the neighborhood, in our community, you know what we need to bring back, Mike? Shame.
Yeah.
Accountability.
Yeah, it's no shame, nigga. It's certain shit you would do, and the community would be like, shame, nigga, shit. We need to bring back stoning motherfuckers. No,
I ain't mad at that. But man, Mike, the reason why I say that, you know, I'm in Houston, right, G?
Yes, sir.
Actually,
did you know that Houston had the Afro Tech Conference this week?
That's what I was leaning towards. My dog on it. Now, what do you think I'm hearing about this statement, Mike? People are saying you find love at a networking event.
I mean, bro, you can find a sneaky link or whatever you want at any business networking event. That's
but Mike, is it the purpose of it, Mike?
It's not the purpose of it, but I think it's more advertised. That's been, bro. Both of me and you been in business a long time. I ain't saying neither one of us have done this, but we have seen a hookup or two at a conference.
Facts. You will see it, Mike.
I just think it's more publicized now because of the nature of Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. But it's always been hookups at conferences.
I'm going to go ahead and play it so you get your thoughts on it.
Somebody asked me, said, cousin, what do you think about, the Afro Tech and folks finding love in Afro Tech? Listen, if you've been here long enough,
hey, babe,
we told you. Y'all asked me, what dating app should you use to find love? I told you LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the app. Why? Because there are all these conventions, these conferences, these summits, these gatherings of professional people, these doctors, these lawyers, these engineers, tech people, right? And they all make good money. You find out where the conventions are, the conferences are. They're normally at a convention center.
I'm gonna play another one, Mike. Hold on, that was trash.
A lot of people not gonna like this video, but I'm gonna just say it. If you didn't have
Hold on, T.
Afrotech, it is
Do your
your
thing.
fault. This is my third.
Is it just me or is Afrotech Houston giving Tunde and Kojo? Like I know the girl.
Good morning, everybody. The messy in me would like y'all to send me all of the people complaining about Afrotech. I just want to watch. I'm not against Afrotech. I'm not against any of it. I'm just messy, and I want to see y'all complain about some shit in Houston.
T, I know somebody personally that went to Afrotech.
What the street saying, Mike?
Man, my homeboy, he in the tech world. He worked for a government contract. He shall remain nameless.
Of course.
However, he went to Afrotech, and he was like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you, the baddies are out. He was like, man, first of all, it's just cool. He gave me many different perspectives. He said it was cool to see, Meta, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everybody that Tesla, everybody that's huge. They had gatherings, they had happy hours, they had like networking events where you could get drunk, party, and hang out. And actually, if you was real serious about your money, they had on-the-spot interviews. So I think it was cool that they are including, even though it's a black tech convention, they're including diversity to hire more black, engineers, more black software writers, more black everything that has to do with tech. I thought that was the most amazing part about it. But he did say, he was like, bro, it was kind of hard to focus because these black tech princesses is like that. Like the fine, nerdy black girl. He was like, they out there and they single.
Mike, I'm gonna tell you what the boys told me, and I got boys in the streets. It was not a lot of tech women there.
Oh, so it was a lot of women pretending to be tech. Damn.
So it's starting to get muddy waters a little bit. That it's an open forum. Anybody can buy a ticket. And if it's a happy hour, Mike, how am I going to determine what your field is?
You ain't going to be able to determine it until you have that conversation.
So unless you do it in a professional hour setting, the issue they're having now is that it's too accessible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, unless you have, in my opinion, Mike, from 8 to around 6, that's your business hours. Anything after that, man, ain't no company function, Mike. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing nothing company related, which ain't nothing wrong with it. But now you're going to get the waters muddy.
Wow. I ain't even see the person I know, bro, like the people that he met, they was actually in tech, though. They was like actually doing things.
Now, I'm not doubting that part, Mike, but I'm just saying.
That's crazy that you got a random jank from Houston. I'm just trying to find me a brother.
Mike, I mean,
because tech niggas make money.
Mike, wouldn't you do it?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I thought it was smart and logical. I'm saying that's the other side of it. I was hearing from the guys. They were saying, hey, I know brothers that were going to health conferences. They ain't in the health field.
They pulling up on them nurses.
Shoot is shoot, don't they?
Hey, and my mama said, don't nothing be to fail but a try.
Hey, listen, so I love the idea, Mike. I'm not anti. I'm anything for us. But now they're at a point where it's like, is it too much social? Is it too much having fun? Because once you go to that point, now the credibility starts to swing. Like I said, and many dudes I heard were going out there, it was way more women out there being aggressive, dog.
Well, Houston aggressive anyway.
They are. But like I said, at the same time, I tell any guy, Mike, you know this. Where you work and what you do, you never mix those two. I don't care what she look like. I don't care where she from. I don't care how cool she is.
Well, we grew up at understanding you don't eat where you shit.
Every dude gotta learn that because once
Bro,
it
that's
goes
law.
left,
That's 100% law.
because it's gonna go left.
And the tech world is not as big as we think it is.
No, ain't no world big as what you think it is, Mike. She going right to the east. She doing right. She going to talk about you, dog. So, like I said, for any man, this is me talking to any brother. I don't care what she look like. I don't care how cool you are. Y'all don't. She don't even know what need. If it ain't your lady that you locked in with, she don't even know where you work at. Am I lying, man?
Nah, you not.
She not only need to know where you work at. She don't even know where you need to stay at like that. Until y'all get to that point in that level, feelings could be like this. She may have her own situation going on. You may have your own situation going on. To keep that level-headed, brother, stay away from it. Stay away. I read a book this week, Mike. I just finished reading it last week called The Men Not. So deep, Mike, but it was one point that I think all brothers need to get in our head. In America, if you are a black man, you are guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
Point blank, period. It's no innocent to proven guilty. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't have locked Thug or Gunner up or Dirt.
Mike,
guilty, nigga.
As a black man,
prove your innocence to get your
Mike,
stuff.
there you go, Mike. As a black man, and we don't tell enough brothers to this in this country, you are presumed guilty until innocent. Not
the case, they wouldn't even lock your ass up, bro.
Nate, come on, Mike. Am I lying?
They would have just took you to court.
And Mike, not saying Diddy ain't do, because everybody gets in their feelings when you say it. Why did his bail get revoked with the dude that did the same thing? He out on bond.
Hey, dog, the CEO, bro, the dude.
Didn't we just talk about that a couple weeks ago, Mike?
10 milli. He off on the 10 milli.
He on bail. He at home on holiday with his family.
They wouldn't even let Diddy do the 50 mil.
Again, Mike, you are innocent. You are guilty as a brother until you prove yourself outrightly innocent.
And they got more proof on that nigga than they did Diddy.
Flight records, everything, Mike.
No, that nigga was doing it for
Mike,
real.
no, he was doing acting up. So as a brother, Mike, we just got to put the APB out on that. I just tell all cats, look, have your fun, lay the wood, do your thing, Mike. You know that. I'ma always tell you.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you like this. Now we know if you flying out with the conception of some pussy, nigga, that's trafficking. You're going down.
It is, Mike.
You're going down.
Listen,
and ladies, if you flying us out for some dingaling, that's trafficking.
Listen,
you're going down.
Listen,
you're
Mike.
Going down.
I'm not paying for no flight.
Law.
Mike, I'm not paying for no flight. You pay for the flight, I'll reimburse you.
Hey, set up the Concur app.
Facts, though. Straight facts, G. Straight facts, man. On to the next subject. Right before I finish this with Afro Tech, what's your thoughts on it? Will it be going? Do you see any issues coming up with it? How you feel about it coming from your point of view?
I mean, bro, from what I heard, just because I won't there, you know what I'm saying? But from what I heard, I think it should keep going. I just think it should be a little bit more tighter on the regulations on who you let in. But like you said, if you have an event at a bar, you really can't police that. I think we should not be hearing about the happy hours, but hearing about the conferences, the symposiums, the networking events, the events where you could possibly come out with a job. Everybody can talk about the bad shorty that they bag, but I would more so like to hear everybody that attended. What's the knowledge you brought back from it? How can you help the black community with it? What was it about black tech? How can we get more people into black tech? The people that don't really have a college degree that can get these certifications, how can they get these certifications? What certifications do we need to get if we're trying to? I want to know that.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Mike. I think it is a plus. You should stay there. I'm worried about it. Better get a grasp on it because one incident, one accusation is going down here.
Hey, shit,
it takes one, Mike.
This ain't Love Is Blind, nigga. This is Afro Tech, nigga.
Like I saying, hearing about the stories already, and I'm hearing young ladies get online and complain about what they saying, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, they got to watch that. Moving on, Mike. I don't know if you heard, but Malcom X's daughters are suing the CIA, the FBI, and the NYPD for killing their father. I'll read the article to you. 3 daughters of Malcom X have accused the CIA, the FBI, and the NYPD and others in a $100 million lawsuit on Friday, playing a role in the 1965 assassination attempt on their father. In a lawsuit filed in Manhattan federal courts, the daughter, alongside with the Malcom X estate, have claimed that they know they were a part of the plot, that they know they were a part of the killing, and how they were failed to stop the attack on their father. At morning conference, attorney Ben Crooks stood by the members of the family to say the law school would be held, and a federal and city official would read it. They were saying these deeds need to be done and to change the historic wrong. The NYP and the CIA did not immediately respond to the request for comment. A spokesperson for the Department of Justice saying they were sued declined, and the FBI said it's standard practice not to go after litigations. For decades, Mike, questions have risen about who killed Malcolm X. Remember, the killers of quote-unquote Malcolm X were released last year. The Islamic people were released under investigation, said they had no right to be concluded in the crimes in 2021. After the investigation took a fresh look on it, evidence was shaky, and the authorities need to be looked at it. So the lawsuit alleges that there was corruption, unlawful and unconstitutional relationship between the law enforcement and ruthless killers that play an unchecked performance. So I want you to think about this, Mike.
I will 100% agree, but
your audio.
I will 100% agree. It has been a proven fact. It's in the movie. It's in the documentary. It's in the folklore of the people that are from New York and know what happened. It's very well known. It's a very well known fact. Now I will say this: I am not a huge fan of Ben Crump. I am not.
Tell me something. Go ahead, talk your tongue.
I think he is a opportunist lawyer. I think he only shows up when there is a police killing or some major injustice. He doesn't show up for the little fights. He only shows up for the big fights. And I think there are other lawyers out there that would do this more justice than a culture vulture to me. However, I will also say good luck, because nigga, you suing the CIA. I don't think you will ever see that fucking money a day in your life. You suing the NYPD. The NYPD is known to be corrupt and have been proven to be corrupt, and we still haven't seen justice in some cases. I think it's a good idea on paper, but the execution needs to be extremely diligent. I don't see it turning into what we think it needs to turn into, but I do think it's a good idea. I mean, everybody knows think about it, from the movie Malcolm X. Nigga, we've seen it in the movie. It's in the script. It's in the documentaries. It's in the folklore of the people. It's even in the folklore so much. I was watching something. It's crazy that we're talking about this. I was watching some, and they was explaining the roles of the people that actually got arrested and accused of killing Malcolm X. Some of the people are the people that were participated. Some of the people have gotten away. It's a multitude of people that were involved, and I just don't think they're gonna get the justice. They haven't got the justice yet, and I don't think they're gonna get the justice that they deserve ever.
I think you are giving a great point, Mike. I think the eye-opening thing for me, Mike, is that we are seeing history being told. Going with tonight's live, Mike. What happens in the dark will come to the light.
Correct.
Malcolm X was executed in front of his family, Mike, in 1965. Think about that for a second. He was gunned down in front of a room of his peers and his family in 1965, and we don't know who did it.
Right.
Wait a minute. They got into the room, guns, everything else, tried to go towards Malcolm, and nobody knows what happened.
Correct.
Sounds fishy to me. What this lawsuit will symbolize, Mike, is we know the police did some corrupt stuff.
Correct.
Has it ever been documented? Because what were they going to do, Mike, is all the history books going to be rewritten. Because they're scared of. Because if y'all consent and say that y'all had a hand in killing the Malcolm and Martin,
they can't legally. They cannot and will not say it.
I ain't disagreeing with you, Mike. But if I forced your hand and you pay,
I personally think it's gonna be some funny shit happen. Somebody gonna catch pneumonia and die.
You bring up some great points, G.
You feel me? Hey, you know they like to get niggas with the pneumonia, nigga. You know a nigga would get sick and they've been in perfect health and they died from a heart palpitation or some shit. I just don't think they gonna see it.
I got you.
I think it's a great idea. I just don't. I can't fathom it really going the way that
you have a healthy skepticism, Mike. I get it. You do. Mike is saying, hey, I just don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. I don't trust them how they move, how they operate, which is fair. I don't think nothing you're saying is wrong, though. Healthy skepticism for those type of individuals is good.
How you think it's gonna go, bro? Do you honestly think the United States government gonna be like, yeah, we did that?
I think what they're making them do is making them acknowledge it. That's what's going to scare them more. Because if y'all have acknowledged that y'all have attacked people in your country, not just Malcolm X, Tulsa, Waco, Texas, Solcombe, Petersburg, Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Mike, for all those terrorist attacks, the Klan, that is all
happening, everything.
Yeah, all that, Mike. Those are all attacks on U.S. citizens. That's terrorist attack. So if you acknowledging that, or you have to do your rights to correct that wrong, then that's a different discussion.
I don't even think that you're gonna be able to get them to admit it. Even I don't. And if you are, I don't think Ben Crump the man.
You got a point about Ben Crump. People,
what he do for Trayvon Martin? What he do for Tamir Rice?
You bring a great point. You know I ain't gonna defend him. You know I ain't gonna defend him. You know I ain't gonna defend him.
To me, he a shucker and a jiver, bro. And he brought the money in.
That I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I think what you're saying is a very valid point. I think our Boule class, which is our educated class of Black Americans, has an issue right now. That's going back to the reason why I think Kamala lost so bad, Mike, because they are so disconnected from regular Black folk.
Mm-hmm.
And that class, the Oprah, you gotta vote. The Barack Obama, you gotta vote. You gotta support. Y'all ain't got no sway in these streets. Ben Crump ain't got no sway in these streets. He ain't got nobody listening to him. That class of individuals now, as Malcolm said, the chickens are coming home to roost. This is a hellified Hail Mary for them, Mike. But I'm saying, for this story, and you know how I always say, Mike, there's a difference between a news story and a media story.
This is a media
story. It's a news story, Mike.
You're right. This is a news story.
How come that shit ain't been everywhere, Mike? You heard about this before then? Hampton, why this ain't on y'all front page? Norfolk State, why this ain't on y'all front page?
Because they got to play the game.
I mean, Mike, but it's just, what are we doing? This should be talked about everywhere in our society, Mike.
We so busy talking about the Mike Tyson fight, bro.
I'm with it, Mike. I'm with entertainment and intellectual conversations. Mike, we talk about it too. We have fun with it too. But that should not be the only point we hit on. This conversation about Malcolm X is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It's groundbreaking, Mike. Again.
It's history in itself.
Yes. To know that this case could potentially be discussed and opened up again. To know that everything that was written bad about Malcolm X will have to be changed throughout the history books. Those are big things. And to know, Mike, that his daughters have never had a bad name, have held on to his legacy, have kept his journey alive. Malcolm X really was touched by God, bro.
Yes, sir.
For real, Mike, look at his daughters. They look good, Mike. They all well-kept women. All of them are married. They have strong family relationships. All I got to say is Malcolm was living what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He did, Mike. The wife, the daughter, she raised him right. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. You all right, Mike. I ain't going to disagree with you, no Ben Crump. You know I ain't going to push back on none of that. But I think this story is crazy here.
Yeah.
It is, man. Mike, next stop. Man, your boy Diddy. Have you heard he running the king like he big meat out there, Doc?
Damn.
Have you not heard the Diddy stories?
Nah, man.
Man, Diddy has been alleged to be running the prison. Diddy has been alleged of corruptively influencing other inmates.
Damn.
Paying bribes, working the guard system, and taking other people's phone time. Now, my question is, Mike, if I'm in prison trying to get out, what am I supposed to do?
I mean, I feel like they pushed his hand. He only, if you think about it like this, an individual in that system is only going to be who they are. You have stripped him of everything that he knows. He can only be who he is at that point. And who he is a boss and a mogul. So he gonna be a mogul. He gonna get it done. Of course, I'm Diddy, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you trying to talk to. I need that phone. He has influence. And even if people don't think he getting out, somebody in there think he can make something shake for him at any point in time.
Facts. And my thing is this too, Mike. He still got a little money.
Right.
He still is influential.
He himself ain't got no money because if you understand business economics, your biggest goal is to be broke under your name. But I feel like that's a conversation for another day. But I don't blame that nigga, bro. Hey, if I'm locked up, nigga, and I already know it's looking like I'm probably never gonna get out, I'm gonna do everything I can to make my shit better in there. Point blank, period.
Facts. Facts. I thought it was funny, Mike, to hear them saying that. Like, is he not supposed to adapt?
No, nigga, he would be a fool to not adapt. He would be, and like I said, bro, the only thing he doing is being himself. That's all he know how to do is run a business.
Mike on fire right now. Me and Mike agree. Diddy prison story ain't no news. He's supposed to adjust. He's supposed to agree. But Mike, I gotta ask you something else.
I
Watch the
made
video.
the decision to pull my son off the football team. I understand that football is a very rigorous sport. My son is only 5 years old, so of course he's not there yet. Like, he's not super tough. I guess the coach was giving him water, and the coach made a mistake and squirted water in his eye. I'm not really sure. I just know water was squirted in Davon's eye, and of course, just like a 5-year-old, he began to cry. As he's walking him off the field, he goes, "Stop all that crying if I put you over there with the cheerleaders." And me, I'm instantly in defense mode. And I asked him, I said, "Do you think that was appropriate for you to say to a 5-year-old child?" And he was like, "It ain't no crying in football." I made
thoughts, Mike.
I think she's 100% right. Because one thing for sure, you can toughen up my child without treating them a certain type of way. You can toughen up my child without belittling them and causing them traumatic situations in their life that they're gonna reflect on, and you never know how something like that can affect them. Us as the black culture, yes, is men don't cry, but men do cry. We need to stop preaching that, my nigga. Like, the best thing I saw this week was G Herbo telling his son it's okay to be emotional. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be in tune with your emotions. So many years we have been built to be tough. Men don't do this. Men don't do that. It fucks us up in the long run, bro. It fucks our relationships up. It fucks us up how we treat women. It gives the hyper masculinity. We can be well-rounded as men. I think she had every right. Now, do I think she might have overreacted a little bit? Maybe so. Maybe so. But if that young man is not being treated well within sports, I wouldn't say take him out of the sport completely. Maybe just switch him to another team. But nigga, I have had reckless coaches, bro. Like, I personally have had reckless coaches, and I think that's something that we need to put an eye on in every sport in the black community. Like, it's no way you should be talking to a child like that. Period.
That's a fair statement, Mike. That's a fair statement.
But on the other hand, you gotta toughen the child up for the tough world that we live in. You can't coddle them so much. It's a double-edged sword, bro. You can't have one without the other, but you also can't be one-sided with it. So,
no, but I was gonna say, Mike, for me, especially knowing the child's father history.
Correct.
Whenever I hear women like that speak up, where is he going to get his fatherly influence from?
Uncle somebody, but you emasculating a child when you saying, "Hey, bro, you keep crying, I'm gonna put you over there with the cheerleaders." You calling him a bitch in fewer words.
No pushback from there. I guess my long-term vision is, Mike, for you, when I hear that, when are boys ever going to have that transition to manhood if the mama is always going to be a buffer?
That's 100% true as well.
You know what I'm saying? If men don't understand that what you go through in life will be challenging at times, not 5 years old, of course, Mike, we're not talking about that. What I see, especially when I meet young men, you will experience the harshness of the world much faster than your mom ever will. Mike know it, I know it. You will experience the challenging, the fighting, the fussing, the arguments. All of that will be an issue. Not saying that you got to just deal with it like he did at that age, but you must be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Who's this guy right here saying? Fighting bad man at best 20 wrestling boys winning part. What I don't know what he's talking about, Mike. Must be getting spam. Anyway, so as you go through that at elder age, Mike, when a 5-year-old, anybody's going through football, the challenging part that all mothers got to navigate is mate selection, Mike. When you decide to have children by anybody, that's the biggest decision you'll make for your life.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that is one of the most under-taught things we will ever learn, Mike. Mate selection. Mate selection. Mate selection. Who you pick as a partner. She chose to pick a guy by the name of King Von, whose name is what it is. The tough part she's going to have to go with Mike for her whole life is A, that's his dad. B, you had a baby with him. And C, how are you going to live the rest of your life now?
Well, you absolutely right, but not King Von is a known murderer, nigga. Like a known killer, a known nigga in the streets. And if I'm not mistaken, they refer to him as a demon.
Yes.
You don't want your child to understand that his daddy was acting like that.
And Mike, how are you going to have other men that's going to want to deal with you after that? And that's the part that we got to talk to a lot, Mike. Is later down the line, as she's back out in this world and she is a single woman, would you want your kids being raised around somebody that was referred to as a demon?
Not at all.
It's the truth, Mike, and it's uncomfortable to say. But now when she gets back out here, how is that going to work? And my question would be, Mike, when are we going to have the manhood discussion? What I mean by the manhood discussion, Mike, the coach is wrong for yelling. But what age is it appropriate for a woman to release her young boy to have his grown man age discussion, Mike? What age do you think that's appropriate?
Well, I would just use my personal situation, bro. I have been allotted to be in a young man's life, and I have been allotted to show him manly things and show him like the person in the life has allotted me to be able to show him things as a man and show him correct things and show him the things of like, hey, men do this, men do that. This is manly. I think it has to be the maturity level of a woman to be able to understand situations and step back and view the situation like, hey, I can't teach him this right here. Only this man can teach him this. And I would say it has to be a mature woman to know when to coddle and when not to coddle, when to let that man be a man and show the child. But you have to, like, it goes back to mate selection too. You have to, or just the selection of people that you choose to put in your child's life. You have to understand those type of people because we all dealing with trauma and we all dealing with different things and we all were raised by different people. But the best thing I have seen is somebody allowing me to be a man and show the child how to be a man. That's in a mature state.
Mike, that was a great bar. That was, Mike. That was, Mike. To let you wrap it up, Mike, before we go, I just noticed how long we've been cooking tonight, man. We've been cooking for a little minute.
Oh, good, baby.
Hey, last question, Mike. How do you feel about Black American-made people being the face of blackness globally? How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about what? Could you repeat that?
Black American people being the face of black people globally. It's a huge debate about that. Do you think that's true? So, for example, Mike, when I think about black men, no matter what country or what world, do Black American men come to your mind first? Yes.
Yeah, it's more like LeBron James and Coach Prime, and I think it should be culturally diverse. I don't think America should be the forefront poster child of what a black man is, because a black man in every culture is different. It should be a panel of what a black man is. We don't know what a South African black man is. We don't know what an Igbo black man is. I think celebrityism doesn't make you a great black man. It just makes you a celebrity. It's your actions of what you do with your platform and how you are with the platform. But just because you're a celebrity doesn't make you a great black man.
Do you think that's because, Mike, that we've put on for our race and stomped the hardest? That's the reason why we get the most admiration and love?
I think we just more televised. I think we just more like it's more put in your face. Because when I think about a great black man, the only reason why I can think of American man is because that has been put out there. I don't think other cultures have put it out there as much as America, but that may just be the access that we have because we're American. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. I would say, Mike, it's because we have been the most vocal and we don't claim to have any adjacent. We understand that we have to create and upstand our own culture. That's what that empowerment and that energy we have is so different. When I think of black people globally, I think of us, Mike. Like you said, because we're more promoted. Also because we have leaned into our culture. Some people are afraid to say, I am this, not that. Because when we say, Mike, we black, we're saying we are opposite of the white guy.
You definitely right, because some other cultures don't even think that they're black. And they look and they darker than me and you. And
that's a real thing.
They would kind of like the Tyler situation that we talked about. And she was like, I'm not black, I'm colored, but if you're not culturally like understanding, you wouldn't understand that in the aspect of South Africa, mixed people call themselves colored.
Which don't make no sense.
We gotta talk about that another day, bro.
We gonna have to, man. We will, Mike. Thank you for another edition of Live, baby. We did good tonight, man. I didn't know we almost hit the 130, Mike. Man, we was rolling tonight, G.
Yeah.
I don't know who this guy is spamming us. Don't worry about it. I don't know if you see a lot of comments, man. We don't worry about it, Mike.
Yeah, I was trying to read them to see if they had any validity.
Man, nothing, Mike. Sometimes you get the trolls. He gonna start calling your name out person. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Don't give him no attention. Mike, what you working on this week, family?
Oh man, dude called me an idiot. See, there it is. Hey, but what I'm working on personally, bro, I'm working on health and fitness this week.
Okay.
I have been into a position where I was more so active, and now I'm into a position where I'm more so sedentary. So to me, I think health and fitness, and just being conscious of what you're putting into your body and moving a little bit more is my goal for the week.
That's what's up, man. What's up? And Mike, where can they find you if they need to get edit? Feedback, any news? Go ahead.
You can definitely find me on where I'm gonna call that on Instagram. Hit me in the
name. Okay.
Only. But you can also find me on Mikey McCall. And it is my goal this week to reach 100 people with the word.
Oh, Mike coming in with the heat. Where McCall at? You see he got his name finally. My boy got it in the logo where you can see all his ads. I'll make sure where McCall at. Look at his name underneath there. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Any needs you need. Mike say he's worried about his fitness this week. He's worried about getting his money in. Any audio performance. Let my boy Mike know, man. Mike, last words you got before you check out for the people. Let me hear it.
I put it on Facebook this week. It's more spiritual. You cannot lean on your own understanding, but you have to lean on God. Our small brains, our small minds cannot fathom the roads or the paths that God has for us. So if you're in the struggle, sit in it. Thank God for the struggle, because you cannot fathom your silver lining in a dark cloud. You can only fathom what you're going through. You cannot fathom the blessing that is behind it. So if I could leave you with anything, is to not lean on your own understanding, but lean on God.
Mike, I love your direction, fam. I'm seeing your growth every week. Man, my boy, chop it up, Mike. Enjoy your night, fam. Peace.
Love you, brother.
You too, man. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for another great edition of Live on Sunday. My boy Mike chopped it in again. Bernice Bragos, time and topics. What we call that? What multiple things we have going on at the moment. What I want you to do, y'all, remember, whatever you do in the dark will come to the light. Whatever you see happen in real time will have a benefit from it. You ain't got to agree with the messenger. You ain't got to agree with the message. One thing you have to agree with is, number one, are you learning from it? Number two, what did you gain from it? And number three, how you are moving better as a better man or as a better person. I hope this week you learn a lot. Remember, we get 7 days each time. Make sure you burn them out. You work hard. You do anything. Remember, things I wish my parents could have taught me. Paperback on Amazon. Get it now. Support your boy. Let me put it up here again. Things I wish our parents could have bought me. Copy anytime. Arthur Crowder is the name. Arthur Crowder on any social media sites. That's my proofread. We'll have a promo deals for it coming out. Also, follow, like, and subscribe on all my social media handles. I want y'all to talk to me. I want you to enjoy y'all week. Remember, stay in tune with yourself. Stay good. Talk to your family. Talk to your friends. Talk to your loved ones. Make sure you chop it up. And remember, the more you live life, the more it's going to live with you. Smile, laugh, joke, eat, have fun, and have your pleasantries. Until next time, take care of yourself. Love your friends, love your family. Check in with your people. And also, make sure that you understand you are a blessed person. You are. Until next time, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my people, peace.